Guys, I just want to give you another little update on the Ninja, and so we are this close to firing it up for the first time. I'm just really slow at things, and I got to do some of the stuff. Wait for my friend to be available because I don't know a whole lot of what I'm doing. I've just been kind of looking at things and talking to him, and he knows a lot more what he's doing with these things. But anyway, I just want to show you what we're doing right now. So you can see we're almost there. I just need to slap the battery in for the most part. But one of the things that we talked about doing, or I'd mentioned I think one of my other videos, was we have de-Californiaized this bike. So it did have the California emission stuff on. And one of the things that we had to do was plug these up. I just put in some of the gasket material. Well, I did it while they were off. Okay, maybe I should have showed the inside, but I just covered the whole inside, covered up this hole, because this one, and then there's one on the other side, both those, they fed into one tube, and then that tube ran back here somewhere, but it all went into the emission system, and then that system, I think, ended up, if I recall correctly, going into here. And so we just put a breather onto here, and this breather was just a one from O'Reilly's or AutoZone or wherever. It was a little bit too, wasn't wide enough, the interior diameter, so I had to cut it out a little bit with the just utility blade, make that a little bit bigger, and then squeeze it on, put that hose clamp down, and good to go. So I do not know what we'll need to do to these entirely. I plan on covering them up to a certain point so we get the right airflow into it, but we're not going to know until we start it up. We're at the point now where we put oil in, and we need to put oil in, need to fill up the brake and clutch reservoirs, need to fill up the coolant, and do all that fun stuff. And so what I think I showed in one of my other videos, something that I had to replace was this right here. Well, technically, I was missing that screw. So that's all we did, was took that screw. Now, if you have your engine out, so this is the oil sensor switch screw, so it's on the oil pan. If you have your engine out, make sure this is on. And when you get ready to put it in, make sure you get the sensor blade attached to this screw on that oil pan before you put all that stuff in, because it's way the heck under here, way up in there, and there's no real good access. And what we ended up having to do, because my wife was able to get it in there, but we couldn't tighten it. And so what we ended up doing was drop the exhaust, or take the exhaust off, and then we dropped the oil pan itself off. Took that off. Then we got it all, everything. We got the bolt, this part tightened, and then we put the oil pan on. But as we were doing that, that's when we put the screw in and got that tightened down, and then finished the oil pan up. And so it was definitely more work than you like to do for one little screw, and so hopefully that helps you and not make that mistake if you're doing an engine swap or working on that sort of thing. But we weren't sure what we were gonna have to do, and realized we just needed to drop the exhaust and then drop the pan. So anyway, but yeah, we are almost there. We have just done the zip tie coolant reservoir here, or overflow container, just so we can do a test with it, see if everything's going to work, and then we can do some of the engine tuning a little bit that we need to do while it's like this, and then hopefully not too long we'll be able to take for a little test ride and see where we're at with it all. The other, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. See, we got the chain on. We had to go through and kind of, figure out all these things. We just looked at the manual, got all that squared away. Oh, also, we put some caps on the carbs there, because these were for, like, one of them was used in the, what's it called, in the California emissions thing. None of them are used this way, so we're not worried about that. And I don't know. I guess that's it for now. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Nope, nothing else. So apparently I'm gonna have a fun time filling up the reservoir and bleeding these things, because apparently they take a whole lot. So, or it takes a long time because it's a teeny tiny itty bitty hole. So anyway, there you go, guys. I hope you all are enjoying your own bikes and your own builds, and hopefully this is helpful. Have a good day.